What character can you not look at the same ever again because of how they've been rewritten, recast, or without recast?
That's an odd question. Fucking hell. Phrasing wasn't this person's specialty. I sexed it up. I said, what character has been so ruined you don't even recognise them? Which encompasses the rewritten, recast, or without recast.
And for Ash, who hadn't got the joke, I re-recorded the intro and I had it directly on his camera. So when I read it out, it's just me directly looking at him. Just all you see is just this bloke taking a drink of water. Like, lovely day out, isn't it? Fucking birds are chirping. Yeah, it's fucking lovely, isn't it, Ash? Yeah, it's a joke, guys. I don't think he's been rewritten, recast, or without the recast. He's not been butchered. I don't think. Unless he's going to come out and say he's mega Tory and Brexit means Brexit.
Definitely not happening.
Which does not sound like Ash.
I'd die before that happens.
You say that you turn 50 and then you're like, bloody hell.
I mean, when I turn 50, each day's like, oh, my heart. Oh, it's just heartburn. Fuck.
Just counting
Stop
the clock.
any day now. Keep it moving. What's happening?
Well, yeah, for example, Stacey. Oh yeah, wrong fucking thing. Sorry for the weird abrupt camera cuts again, like Kevin done. I did wait a few seconds just in case. Sorry. For example, Stacey Slater, with what the writers have done to her character in the past number of years, have permanently changed my whole perception of her. Even when she was written as a decent character. Particularly since she brought Eve to the square, she's just become nothing short of unbearable. Naive, obnoxious, shameless, not indecent, and about her whatsoever. Well, she wasn't always like that, was she?
I mean, let's just turn my fucking microphone down. I don't think Stacey's in a better place than she has been. Like, there was a time period, like I said, and the top comment completely gets this, but yeah, 2006, 2015, decent. But then 2016, 2019, she had really bad writing and continually kept fucking dropping in and out because I think she was on maternity leave a bunch, and so the character would keep popping in but popping out. And then she was from Martin, and then she left Martin, and then she got married to some random bloke, and then she came back, and then she wasn't married anymore. But I think generally, from the point she came back with Eve, everything started to settle down a bit, and she actually got some better writing for the first time in a while. But I do agree. But I didn't like Stacey from 2016 to 2019, generally. I didn't really like her in 2020 to 2021. I only really liked her till this recent appearance where I kind of found that enjoyment of the character again. But she's not been ruined completely for me.
Oh, yeah, I don't really know. Obviously, everyone knows who I'm going to say, so I'm just going to let it linger for the moment. I'm going to let him
Get your
linger.
bingo cards out, guys. Get your bingo cards out. It's happening.
But we won't get to him yet. If he appears in this, we will obviously mention him. But I'm not going to mention him yet, just in case he doesn't appear in this. So we all know who I'm going to say. So I will directly avert expectations and say, no, it's not them, man. Ian Beale. Ian Beale in like 2021, 2020, 2021, where he killed a child. Well, he didn't kill a child. He was involved in killing a child. It was also Keanu and Phil's fault. He punched a woman, which Asher still has to find the clip for me, where he fucking decks Tina for some reason.
Yeah, that scene was hard to find. It's sometime in the middle of December 2019. No, 2021, but it's before his exit.
For some reason,
I couldn't find it.
For some reason, he just decks her, which is funny in my opinion, because Ian Beale, woman beater. Also Ian Beale for the fact like it's like how of course we watch wrestling, and obviously the biggest rumor was Mark Henry was giving shit storylines hoping that he'd quit one day, but he didn't quit. He just kept going until they gave him something good. That was apparently a rumor I've heard that like they were going, yeah, you're just gonna have shit storylines. We're gonna try and fire you, and like even no, I'm gonna work through it. And that's what I feel like they did with Ian, where it's like, Ian, we've got this shit storyline. Gonna leave you? No. You got another shit storyline. Gonna leave you? No. Okay, you're gonna hit a woman. Are you gonna leave yet? No. You're gonna be food poisoning. You gonna leave yet? No. Okay. Okay, you're gonna leave this time. And he's like, oh, for fuck's I'll leave. Is that what you want me to do? And they're like, don't leave.
Fine, I'll fucking do it.
He's like,
Yeah,
leave.
fair enough.
Stay, please. And then he doesn't
I suppose
stay.
what character's been ruined for me? Ryan Malloy, Whitney's half brother, who had a good couple of years in like 2009 to like 2012 ish. Where he was a really interesting character. Had his relationship with Janine, where Janine like was poisoning him for a bit, but then she did actually love him, and then she became rich, and then her and Stacy had that feud. And then when they made him return, he just became this really cold-hearted piece of shit. Who's like, oh, hey, Whitney, love you, legend. Oh, and Stacy, I'm cancelling all the child support. Fuck you. Yeah, like, oh. And he's gone after like a week. Sound. Cheers. Yeah, obviously the one that gets brought up repeatedly, I think the Dale Hudson Peter, he was the tall one. I thought him as Peter Beale was really weird, where they wanted to make him the worst parts of Ian, despite him being like a fucking massive, built like a brick shithouse.
Was he the one
Like,
before the original? I think the original Peter Beale came
he's
back?
the one before Thomas Law returned. Yeah,
Yeah.
he was there from like, I don't know. I'm pretty sure he left not too long ago. When the fuck?
He left in 2022. He stole a Kathy's money.
He stole Kathy's money and slept with Bobby's not girlfriend, Dana.
Yeah. It's a really strange time, isn't it? Just like,
yeah. But fuck, just do it, mate. Just send it. Who's been ruined for you?
Oh no,
And it's
one
a
more.
collective one, as it's us.
Also with Dot Brannon, just because they were like, "You're fucking old," and she's like, "Yeah, I know I'm old. You're gonna give me story like you're a fucking stupid old bitch," and they're like, "Okay, I've been here for 30 years. You're actually gonna give me some decent story? No, you stupid bitch." And she's like, "All right, you're gonna keep calling me."
You're
bitch,
just gonna
yeah."
sit in the corner, say, "Oh, I say," and react to other people.
I'm going.
All right.
Okay.
Like, yeah. And then she went, "All right, fuck yous," and then she just got killed off screen. That's what ruins Dot's exit for us, really. It's like, oh, Dot, I think it. Why don't you just go, all right, Dot, I think it's time. I know you don't want to leave, but the time's ticking. I think it might be time that, yeah, let's give you another year. We'll give you another year on screen, and then we're going to wrap up the Dot Brannon character. How does that sound? And then if she says no, fair enough. That's fine. But, like, they should have at least went, all right, here's our plans for you, Dot. You're not going to do much for this next year. We're just going to remind everybody that you exist, and you're going to have some emotional stuff. Going to have some stuff with Sonia. Going to have some stuff with Dottie, where Dottie's struggling with whether she's like her dad or not. And then finally, you will then become ill, and then we'll bring back all your old friends, or bring back all the old characters. And then you can slowly, gradually die on screen.
I feel like she should have a dementia storyline. Like, I know, like, kind of like how Peggy did, but where you slowly see her decline, and Sonya has to become more and more caring for her. But obviously, they just went, "You're a stupid bitch," and she went, "Oh, appreciate that, lads. I've been here."
I mean, look, I can understand why they went, because she was old. She was like 90 when she left. I think she may have been 91 or something. I may be making that up, but she was at least very near her 90s when she was coming back for a previous stint. Yeah, she died when she was 95. So, and what, she left it? She leave in 2020. She left at the age of 93. So, admittedly, it's a very hard one to manage. I can't lie to you. It's a hard one to to do, but since you be like, look, Dot, 6 months, normal stuff. After that, you're gonna slowly get this long storyline. And I know that as much as it would be quite silly, and people would be like, you're just copying Peggy's, but you could have Dot see Nick, and you do get to bring them back like one last time.
And you could somehow have her see Ethel. I don't know how you do it, but you could probably use B-roll footage.
Probably can't do that. She has been dead for a long time.
You could use B-roll footage. I know the BBC are like, I know I'm not asking a lot. All you can do is just cut her out of a scene and just pop her there in a chair, pay the family some royalties. You know, have Willie run in and she thinks Willie's there, so she starts rubbing Willie. It was still, yeah, of course, everyone's waiting for it. Everyone sat like this at the edge of the chair, waiting for it to be mentioned. I think it's time. Get your dabbers out, folks. Get your fucking dabbers out. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. I say it with me. Alfie Moon.
Alfie Moon. Yep.
Because people have coined the American they've coined the phrase in America called deflanderization. Basically, they just become a less and less character over time. Like Flanders.
Yes.
Like Flanders was originally, well, not a well thought out character, but he was a well thought out kind of Christian character. And then they just made him religious, and that was his whole gimmick. And then they just went, yeah, that's it. And I've coined the term Alfie Moon, where you are basically, so imagine like Warren Fox, and then they're like, all right, you're going to be Warren Fox in EastEnders, but how we write it? And then it's like, okay, but you're not Warren Fox, this character. Like it's basically like you are a character coming back to the show, and they just go, we don't care about how like the previous writers taught you. We just don't like you. And then obviously Alfie, like Shane Ritchie, I'd assume just meant, all right, I'll leave. And they went, oh no, don't leave, Shane. Please stay. Oh, we'll miss you so much. That's obviously them being sarcastic, and then he just left. Like, oh my god, we're so disappointed that he left. But
yeah,
it's one of
because he comes back, he returns. Him and Kat are having a bad time. And it's like, okay, they're not really speaking too well. They had some problems when they were both in Spain. I believe it was Spain, at least. And so it turns out that Kat slept with someone else during, like, whilst she was in Spain. And so Alfie now kind of just fucking hates her for it, but he still wants Kat back. But then it also gets revealed that Alfie has now fathered a child with Hayley Slater, who has just slowly been allowed to get into the family. She's not really like her and Bev, the fucking mum. I think it's Bev.
Yeah, Bev.
Her and Bev. They're not exactly they're not exactly fond of the family. They don't really get along with the Slaters. So she's slowly been allowed to get into the Slater family, and then, you know, Alfie's selling funerals to people who aren't dead yet, preying on people to just get money, trying to get that deposit for a funeral that's never gonna fucking happen. And by the end, he blames Kat for her uncle's sexual abuse of her. And it's like, fucking hell, is this the end of Alfie Moon? Like, is this... Did you want to just fucking make the character leave? Was Shane just like, guys, I need money, please just cast me on EastEnders. I need some money. I'm running out of cash. Yeah, I'll bring it back. Yeah, but you're gonna be a villain though. What? Yeah, you're gonna be a villain this time. You're gonna blame Kat for everything. Okay. And it was just, he never took responsibility for anything. It was all literally anybody else's fault. It's so fucking... One day I'll write a video about 2018 Alfie Moon.
It's what the Americans would call deflanderization, I guess, where they just fucking...
They completely assassinated the character.
Like, and I understand, like, they kind of don't want to talk about 2018, but if this is in real life, and your partner who you knew for would be roughly about 13, 14 years at this point, suddenly goes, you're the reason why you were assaulted as a child. You wouldn't want to hang out with them. You'd be like, I loved you, and now you're saying all this, and you actually mean it. And he's like, yeah, I meant it. And it's like, So all those years, you were just lying. And then he comes back in 2022, he's like, hello, Cat. How's it fucking going, mate? How's it fucking going, mate? And then the Cat's like, yeah, how's it going, Alfie? And he's like, no, you should be like, fuck off, you dick. You told me I was the reason why I was assaulted as a child. You shouldn't be like, oh, Alfie, come in for a cup of tea, why don't you? We'll reminisce about the good old days when we used to shag. No, you fucking despise the man. And then they're trying so hard to bring back together. But it's just that, there's like a barrier in my head. There's a barrier in my head whenever I see Kat and Alfie together. Where my mind, like, you know, like people who don't know, I hear voices in my head. That voice just comes into my head again and goes, you Slater women. And I'm like, no, please, I can't. But it's one of the worst I've ever seen. I truly fucking hate it. Like,
I don't hate a lot of things in soap. Fundamentally, I do tend to lean on the more positive side. I genuinely hate Alfie Moon 2018, and it is absolutely fucking miserable. And I know that we talk about it so much, but it's left such a bad impression. It's left such a fucking bad taste that even 6 years on, even now it's still tainted the Alfie and Cat relationship forever. And some would say this is what this video's for. This is exactly what the fucking topic has asked. Like, is Alfie Moon redeemable to us?
No.
Not really. You can get past that. It's so horrific.
I understand they're trying to not retcon it, but slowly not mention it. But it's just like it's different if he robbed with a cash offer. If that makes sense, just robbed with a cash. But the fact is, he cheated on her. I know she cheated on him. Had a child. He
cheated on her. Claimed that she was the fucking problem. And then when she realized that he fucking cheated, like, it's not my fault. Well, yeah, it fucking is.
And like, what the cherry on top, no pun intended, is literally the only reason she finds out is because Alfie wants a piece of Cherry's hair. And I'm like, when was that even mentioned that Alfie likes child's hair? Oh, that sounds wrong.
I don't know. It's such a depressing. It's fine. It's just of his children's hair.
Yeah.
It's such a depressing, like, Christmas for Cat, because you just see a fucking break, and it's like, just feels wrong. It just genuinely, it's probably one of my least favorite storylines in EastEnders history. That I've watched, that is.
I'd obviously love to go back and review it, like do the whole year. But at the same time, I just can't. Like, it's
no, I can't sit through it all again.
It's just got instant. Like, obviously, we reviewed it last year for Christmas, the Christmas episode. But when I say, like, there's one thing to assassinate a character, but imagine it's like they assassinated the character, set him on fire, and also pissed on him, because like, they genuinely fucking ruin him, and I mean ruin him, because again, if we're talking like this in real life, you can't just accept a man who's done that and blames you for being the problem. I'm not saying that's a bit of gaslighting, as the Hood would say, but I think that's a bit of gaslighting, you know, just suddenly walk back in your life and be like, nothing's changed. I'm good old Alfie. Don't remember 6 years ago, please. I've changed. But no, you shouldn't be.
It's like, I respect that you want it to fucking... You do want to forget that it existed. But in the same way, you have to recognize that it was a pretty fucking bad choice.
Yeah, and like the fact they never mentioned Jerry at all, and like he is one of your kids. Like, I understand you don't really, like, no one likes bringing up Haley Slater, because to us it's one of the better characters, well, to me at least.
At that time, yeah.
Yeah, the character, not the actress. The actress turned out to actually be like Heidi Slater. If that makes sense in a way. Like a trashy fucking bitch who's just who committed a hate crime.
Trashy fucking racist.
Yeah. Don't bring her back. Bring back the character. Recast her. But yeah, it's like surely you try and be in character with that child. Like, because I understand, like, again, it's just continuity errors. But Alfie, even if we're bringing Alfie back to 2003, where he's happy-go-lucky, back on a horse, wins 500 quid.
Cheeky chappy, not really much of a scam artist like he was in this time. Cheeky chappy, happy to be around.
Like, surely he's not the type who just abandons his child. Surely he'd, like, text them and be like, yo, how's it hanging? Something like that. I know you wouldn't...
What shaking, hot pants? Sorry? Who are you?
Nice meeting you, slaphead.
You're my dad, boogie woogie.
But, like, you know what I mean? It's one of the... I recommend people just to watch the Christmas episode or the scene where he's on top of the stairs, because, like, generally, it's one of the times I would say they jumped the shark, and that's saying something, because they brought Den back from the dead. But generally, this is when they jumped the shark. This is when EastEnders just went, fuck it, we're a mentalist, why not? And that's all I gotta say. It's just like, please, if we're ever doing Alfie Moon again, I recognise the past and be like, look, Cat, that was then, this is now, I have changed, and have him prove the Cat that he's changed, and that he doesn't admit the things he said to her. Like, have Cat be hesitant that she doesn't want to trust him after all what he said back on December 25th, 2018, but have him try and prove the Cat. You just can't have them start smooching, because it's not something you can just bond over. Like, you don't sit there and start nudging each other. Remember the time when you said, I was the reason why I got assaulted at your child? Like, you don't sit down fucking on the sofa and start doing that, like. But that's just my opinion, and I think that's the end of the video.
Yes.
I just had it on Reddit for half the video because I thought we were going to get to some comments. Then it was just me. Then it was just me going, Alfie Moon.
We did just hijack it to talk about Alfie Moon.
But like, if people are confused why we bring him up all the time, he is kind of our punching bag. It's him and Den watch it, the finger in the mouth, because just because how like how Flanderization they made him. I just coined the term Alfie Moon, because it's oh Jesus, don't bring me back. But yeah, that's the end of the video. I hope you like it, and just remember to say the one thing: you slay your women.